Hey everybody, welcome to How To. It's Rabbi David, your Torah Tech Guy, here to share with you some great tech for your amazing Torah. And today I wanted to just talk for 2 minutes or so, maybe a little longer, about how I up my Keynote game by using something called Magic Move. Today we're going to talk about how do you do that. Oh yeah, so here we go, folks. I am in Keynote over here on my presentation computer, and I just have a blank, I just opened a brand new file here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete everything here, and I'm just going to start adding a couple things. So I'm going to add a square, put that up there. We'll make this a blue square. What else should we add? Let's add a triangle maybe, and we'll put that down here, and we'll make that a red triangle. All right, so you probably know that you can choose any object and you can animate how it comes in, what it does during the scene, and then how it goes out. So if I click on this object over here, and then I come up to animate up at the top, it's in the top right-hand corner. I click on animate. I can add an effect. I wonder if I can zoom in. I can zoom in on that, but not on the whole thing. Oh well. Wait, I have a sneeze. Sorry about that. All right, so you can add you know what, let me do this. Let me go full screen like this. That may be easier. So now you can add an effect, and you can decide how you want it to build in, how you want it to move, all these other things. You can do that for each element on your slide, but you can also do that for your slides themselves. So if I click on this slide, my number one slide, I can actually choose an effect for it to go from this slide to the next slide. But before we do any of that, I'm going to create a new slide, add slide. We'll just do another blank one. I'll get rid of this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first image that I put up here, this first picture, graphic rather. I'm going to copy it. So I just did Control, Command, whatever it is, C. And then over on the second one, I'm going to paste it. Now, on this second slide, I can do whatever I want with this. I can put it over here. I can make it bigger. I can do anything I want with it. Let's go way over here. Now I'm going to go back to my first slide. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy this triangle, Command C. I'm going to paste it over here. And again, on this slide, I'll move it up here, and I'll go like that. So now we've got two slides here. The first one has the small blue square and the small red triangle. And on this slide, I copied those two elements. I put them in this slide, and then I changed them. I moved them. I made them bigger, smaller, whatever. So now I'm going to go back up to my first slide, and I'm going to add a transition effect. And I'm going to choose the first one, Magic Move. And it will show you right there what it does. Because I took these two elements from the first slide, and I copied them onto the second slide, what Keynote will do is it will actually move when it's going from one slide to the next, it will move the elements and scale them in whatever way you have them move, in whatever way you want them to be on the second slide. So I could now, what should we do? Let's add another slide. We'll do another blank one. I'll just get rid of this stuff. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, actually I'll copy both at the same time. How's that? Copy, copy. And I'm going to paste them here. Now, on this slide, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move this. I'll maybe make it like that, and I'll put it way up here. And this guy, I'll make much, much bigger like that. So now if I go to the second slide, and again, I add an effect to transition. By the way, it's key when you're doing this that you don't have any of your objects selected. If you have your objects selected, then you'll be choosing a transition for the object. You just want the slide selected. Add a transition, Magic Move. So now if I were to play this whole thing, these three slides, this is what it'll look like. Now, I clicked into each one of those, but you can actually make it so that you don't have to click. You can just start transition automatically and start transition automatically. Now let's see what happens. Oh, I was on the second. You didn't see both because I was on the second slide. Let's try it again. plain window. And it will move these around from one slide to the next auto-magically. All right, so that's the basics, right? But now let's do something a little crazy. Now, I'm not sure if this is entirely going to work, so we're going to try this. And you can do this with anything, by the way. So you can import any kind of media. Let's grab a piece of media. What do I have here? I don't even know if I have any good media we can choose. Let's go in here. We'll go to streaming. What do I have? Graphics. All right, let's find a graphic. Oh, here we go. All right, we'll just do this one. So this is just a graphic that I have, that I made. I'm going to make it a little smaller. And let's actually, I should have put this on the first screen. I'll put it on this first screen. So let's say that I'm giving a keynote presentation and I want this to fly in. So I'm going to choose the element. I'm going to click on Build In, Add an Effect, and I'll just have it move in, and I'm going to have it move in from the left. But now when I get to the second slide, I want it to be somewhere else. So I'm going to copy that element, go to my second slide. Let's say I want to put it inside this blue box for some reason. I'm going to paste it, move it over. Maybe I'll even scale it a little, and I'll put it in this blue box. So now these should just play. Oh, wait a second. One thing I forgot to do. In build order, I want this first element on the first screen to start after the transition. There we go. All right, let's see what happens. It comes in. Oh, no, wait, why didn't that happen? Oh, you know why? Because I think I have to go back here. Let's see. Why did that not work? Let me see. Huh. Now that's interesting. Why is this? Maybe it's because I applied the magic move. Huh. Let's see. This is interesting. I wasn't expecting this. Let me take this off and see what happens. Oh, you know what? I know what it was. My bad. I know what it was. Let me try this again. We're going to do a move in. And then over here, I have to take out the move in. So let's try it now. Let's see if I got it right now. So it should come in by itself. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. So you have to remember, if you're going to do this move, use the magic move, you can't have an effect on the element that you want to move, that you want to do that magic move. All right, one last thing I want to show you. So you can do it with shapes that you create in Keynote. You can do it with elements that you bring into Keynote. You can also do it with live video. I did a whole video on live video. Now, I'm not actually sure this is going to work because let's see how I can change my camera, because for some reason it is not seeing my camera. So let's see here. See if I can get this to work. All right, coming over here. Oh, it popped up for a second. There we go. All right, it's a terrible camera shot, but you get the idea. Because I got that light back there. Sorry about that. So this is live video, right? So in Keynote, you can now insert a live video. Go up to Media, insert live video. And here it is. And it'll just grab your webcam. You can actually change your webcam over here. I wonder if I can add. I really want to add. That's what I want to add. Is that going to work now? Let's see. Spot. Oh, there we go. It is working. Okay, good. So that's a little bit of a better shot. Can I get it to zoom in? Will it zoom in for me? Zoom in. This is my OBSBot Tiny, which is supposed to respond to gesture control, but it's not right now. That's okay. So now what I could do is, now that I've got this element in Keynote, I can size it. So let's say I'm leading a service or I'm teaching a class or something, and I want to start. I want the first thing that I present to be me. So I could use this in Zoom by just screen sharing this presentation. And here is my live video. Now I'm going to copy this element and I'm going to put it on this page. But now I'm going to scale it down because maybe now I want to show a piece of text or this image or whatever it is over here. So now because I've moved this and scaled it, and because I have Magic Move in here, this should all work. Let's see what happens. So there is my video. You can see the thing moving behind it, and now it's going to go down and scale. And look how powerful that is. Now, this third scene, I should get rid of the third scene so it doesn't disappear. But, I mean, look how powerful that is. So if I were to bring in text, you know, or a website or anything like that into this area over here, and then I've got my camera right here, and this is all I'm just screen sharing from Keynote into Zoom. But the power of this Magic Move, I love this. It makes everything work. It look seamless. It makes everything look simple and seamless. And look at that. And it just works, right? It works with live video. It works with graphics. It'll work with text boxes also. Let's try a text box real quick. So I'm going to make this a little smaller so that we can actually see something here. We'll put it over there. And let's add a text box. Let's see what happens with our text box. So this is text that we want to see move using Magic Move. All right, so now I'm actually going to try something different. I don't actually know if this is going to work. We're going to try it. So this is text that we want to see move using Magic Move. If I were actually doing a presentation, this would be bigger. Let me make it a little bigger. 36. Even that's not big enough. I didn't collect the whole thing. 48. Oh, too big. I went to 1,000. Sorry. Hold on. 48. All right. There we go. So this is text. So now I'm gonna copy this box, the text box. I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna move it to where I want it. So now let's say I want it there. All right. Let's just check that. Okay. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna have this text build in. So I'm going to click on it, I'm going to click Animate, and I'm going to have it come in using a keyboard. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see what happens. So here's the presentation. That comes in as we saw before. The text will type in. And now let's see what happens with the Magic Move. Look at that. It moves the text right over. I mean, just so powerful. And by the way, if you don't want, so I don't know if you saw how the text went on top of the image. You can actually say, let's do this. We'll move this to back, send to back. So now I think I did this correctly. Let's find out. So that comes in, the text types, and then it will all move, and it should, yeah, and it goes behind the image, so it doesn't scroll over in front of your face. In any case, I could play with this all day. It's so much fun. But using Magic Move in Keynote is just one of the ways that you can really up your presentation game, whether it's for a class you're teaching, whether it's for visual tefillah, whatever it is, using this tool can be really, really powerful. I have a link to, I think I have a link to Keynote. I'm not sure, but it's a Mac app. If you have a Mac, it comes default. But I do have links to lots of other great apps over at TorahTechGuy.com. I invite you to go over there. And by the way, while you're here, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe so you can get all the new videos that we're doing. I've got some great stuff coming up tomorrow. Is tomorrow Thursday? Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we've got Synagogue Tech Forum, and we're going to be learning about using Safaria in new and exciting ways in the digital age. And then on Friday, I'll be part of the what's it called? Oh, the Zoom Test Kitchen. And then on Monday, we've got our The Future is Starting Now again. So I'm going to keep playing with Keynote. You should too. Bye, everyone. See you later.